In this video, I'll give you an overview of the top 3 ActiveCampaign e-commerce automation recipes that you can use to sell more of your products without starting from scratch. I'm Jason, growth specialist at WildMail, where we help make ActiveCampaign even better for Europe-based businesses. Let's check them out. So these are the top 3 ActiveCampaign e-com automation recipes we're going to go over. If you don't know what recipes are, if you don't remember, you can check out this video here where we go in deeper about using and importing recipes in ActiveCampaign, but they're essentially templates that you can use to get started without starting from scratch. You can customize them. They're just great starting points to get started quickly building out your marketing and sales system for your business inside ActiveCampaign. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the interest tagging recipe. And this is going to allow you to tag interested shoppers based on their product, category, or pricing page. If someone's visiting certain products over and over, if they're visiting category pages over and over, or if they're visiting your pricing page multiple times, we can tag them so that we can then send them relevant content using site tracking. So hyper-personalization, it does help increase conversions. And so if I go into ActiveCampaign and I go into my automations here, you can go to create an automation and then search for these recipes to find them. And the first one we're going to do is product interest tagging. So as I mentioned, you can do this with product categories as well, or with your pricing page, but you'll get the overall gist of it just by watching me do it with a product page. So what we're saying here for the trigger is contact visits page wildmail.io/product1 in this example. All right. And this is based on site tracking. If you don't have site tracking set up, you can go into website, open up the navigation here, go to site tracking, enable it here, and make sure to whitelist your websites and then add the tracking code. Okay, we have another video on that here you can check out if you're not sure how to set it up. So going back into the automation, when a contact visits this page for the product, we're using conditions to check and see, have they visited this page 6 to 15 times or over 16 times? If yes, we can add the tag very interested in product 1, which is the page that they're visiting, and remove tag interested in product 1. You can have another branch in this automation here. If they have not visited this many times, but they visited 2 to 5 times, we can give them the tag interested in product 1. Okay, and this can also be set to run multiple times. And that is how we're able to, every time they visit, run them through these conditions and check, whether or not they meet the required amounts to go down the yes path or the no path. So this is what's going to allow us to tag them based on their product interest. And then from there, part 2 of this is the targeted follow-up. And when someone receives the interested in product 1 tag, they're going to get dropped into this automation here where we can deliver a coupon. We can send them additional content that's relevant to this product. Okay, we can overcome objections. We can share more information, show it in use if it's something physical that someone uses, more content, a final offer. And at any point that they purchase, they'll jump down the rest of these emails, hit the goal and end the automation and skip the rest of the emails. We don't want them to receive, additional follow-up when they've already made a purchase for that specific product. And that's how you can use their behavior, so their actions on your site, in order to send out targeted follow-up emails related to that product. We like to use this with one of our Zapier hacks where we're able to send out an email. It's very conversational, comes from a member of our growth or sales team. And it's the same thing. Someone has visited a product page multiple times. They visited our website. They've checked out pricing. And we send them an email that comes from our personal email from a member of our sales team saying, hey, I saw you've really been, engaging with our content around product X. Would love to jump on a quick call with you and see if it might be a good fit. That is another way you can use this depending on your product and your business. So that is the first of the top 3 ActiveCampaign Ecom automation recipes. You've got interest tagging. Next up, if you only set up one of these, please make it be the abandoned cart recovery. Okay, this is going to be when someone adds an item to their cart, but they don't check out. And we can do this with AC and site tracking alone, or we can do it with the deep data integrations, the native integrations that ActiveCampaign has with WooCommerce, Shopify, BigCommerce, etc. And this is also a two-part automation. I'm going to show you the one that is just using site tracking and ActiveCampaign. Again, we're using site tracking to see that they have visited the cart, and we're making sure that they're not already in part 1, abandoned cart reminder. We're going to wait for 3 hours, and then we'll send an email, come back and purchase. Now, we're not going to send this to someone who has already purchased, and that's where the part 2 of this automation duo comes into play. The second part of this automation is the abandoned cart reminder. And you can see here, we're checking to see, did they visit the order confirmation page? If they did, we're going to exit the part 1 that they were in before, where we were sending the reminder. So as soon as they hit the confirmation page, we're going to remove them from part 1. Now, this works great if your order confirmation page is distinct from your checkout page or your cart. If it's not, chances are you're using one of the bigger platforms anyways, and you should be using the deep data integration that goes with your chosen e-com solution. That way you'll be able to directly trigger the cart abandonment based on the actions from that platform. And you can see here in apps, all of the different platforms that integrate. And of course, you've got Stripe, you've got Shopify, all of them. You just need to search up here in the top right. You can find the e-com app that you're looking for. So that is the abandoned cart recovery recipe. And that's great for when someone's added an item to their cart and we want to make sure that they've completed their checkout, try to recover some of those abandoned carts if we can. And then finally, the upsell and cross-sell recipe. So this is another automation, and we're going to send an email when someone makes a purchase to encourage them to buy a complementary item, which is more of a cross-sell, or buy a higher ticket item, which would be more of an upsell. And they do have another recipe, that's the coupon delivery after the first purchase. This helps encourage brand loyalty. Offering someone a coupon is a great way to say thanks for trusting you and your shop. And it can also incentivize them and kind of nudge and encourage them to purchase a complimentary item that maybe they forgot or they weren't thinking about or they left out of their cart, or go for a higher end item. So for example, let's say someone wants to get into painting. Maybe they buy the brush, they buy the canvas, they forget certain colors of paints. We can show them that complimentary items there. Or maybe we offer them higher end classes or something that we want to upsell them. So, hey, we saw you were checking out, certain painting products. Have you considered lessons? And then upselling them and offering a coupon. So back in automations, we have accessory upsell after purchase. Now this one here is going to require a deep data integration with one of the shops I mentioned before, one of the platforms I mentioned before, so Shopify, etc. You could also set this up yourself after someone has made a purchase. If you don't have one of those integrations, if you're not integrating with one of those platforms, you could do it via tags. So as long as you can pass data from whatever platform you're using to ActiveCampaign, if it has an open API and you can at least pass customer data and then add tags, you'll be able to trigger automations like this. This one just happens to use the deep data integration, pulls a lot more data in when you're natively connected directly to these e-com platforms. So what we're checking is a contact makes a purchase. You would select your integration here. In this example, we just have any deep data integration, but you would select whatever platform you're using for your shop. Waiting 5 minutes. And then what we're checking to see is what was the last product category. And then the product name in any order is not the accessory that we want to offer them. Okay, so we're checking number 1, last product category is, it says example category, just think of it, again, last product category is paintbrushes, and product name in any order is not, green paint, for example. Okay, that's a simple example. And then we're going to send them an email offering them the green paint. Hey, we saw you bought a paintbrush. Did you forget to grab some green paint, or just paint in general, right? Did you forget to buy some other related complementary product? And if we wanted this to be an upsell instead, they use the term interchangeably in this recipe. Cross sell is typically, something that's complementary. Upsell is something that's more expensive. So this could be classes as well for that customer. So that would be the upsell and the cross sell. So we've covered helping you sell more by tagging your your shoppers, your prospective buyers with what they're interested in based on their behavior on your site. Then once they've taken that action to add something to their cart, we're helping you recover abandoned carts. And then finally, once they do complete the purchase, we're helping you sell more, increase the lifetime value of that customer with an upsell or a cross-sell follow-up. So if you have any questions about these ActiveCampaign Ecom automation recipes, drop them in the comments below. We'd be happy to help you out and see where we might be able to help you close more sales for your shop.